you have to watch this video if you want the layered flow haircut. You can see, watch this. When I use this carbon comb, watch all these pieces. This is what everyone seems to want. It's that flow. But there's probably one thing that's happening that is not gonna really make your haircut work out too well, and that's getting the wrong layers or not having layers at all. So if you see this, when I start to comb the hair, watch what happens. And if I hold this out, I'm gonna turn the head so you can see from this angle. When I comb this straight out from the head like this, look what's happening. See all this? These are all layers, haircut layers. They even start higher up on the head. So if I were to pull this hair straight up like this, you could see that all of this hair is layered. So watch this. Boom, all of it right there. And in order to get the hair to flow, which basically for all of you who are so hooked on that word flow, that just flow is a look that happens after the hair is layered and having enough hair length for the haircut to flow over in one direction. If I were to take this and now let's just say we're doing a side part like this, watch when I comb the hair, look at how it flows into. Basically what you're seeing is feathers or layers. A flow is a cosmetic name for the way the hair layers look when you brush it, right? It all just flows into itself. Well, how do you get this consistently over and over again? One, it's finding someone who actually knows how to cut layers. And second, you have to make sure that you and the person cutting your hair know exactly where to cut each one of those layers. Now, remember this, it's really important. The shorter you go, that it means the shorter the layers are going to be. So I'm gonna bring this mannequin head down a bit here, and I want you to watch very, very closely. If I were to take this piece right here, and you could see, there's a strand of hair right there. Now watch this. It's going to fall right here, meaning that layer is right there. It's not all the way down here. It stops right here. If I were to cut this hair in half, even shorter, watch this. I bring this down, look where it falls, right here. That means that that hair length is going to fall right here. So it's way too short. On the other hand, if I were to take this hair and it goes all the way down this way, what that means is the hair is mostly all one length and it's going to be a lot heavier and it may not flow over as much if you want to see more of that up here. If you don't care about seeing layers or a flow higher on your head, and all you want to do is see layers and that flow down in this area, then that means that the hair needs to be layered more towards the front. So all of this is more of a square shape to where all of that front hair, what happens is it actually gets pulled out from the head and that whole length goes all the way to here and it's cut more this way. So all this hair is going to be much longer, meaning that it's only going to flow around right here. This particular haircut, the reason why you can see those layers much higher is because I wanted this haircut to have those feathered layers right from the very, very start, right? Really, really soon. So you could see it as soon as you brush that hair over, you're seeing all those shorter pieces just like this. And that is the only way that you're going to be able to get that hair flow is by having that. Now, if you want to comb the hair in the middle, what's going to happen is it's going to change up kind of how the hair flow is going to go. So if it's too short, watch this. It's going to spring right in the face. So you need to make sure that if you have hair that's way too short or the layers aren't long enough, it's going to constantly just fall flat like this. So in some situations, especially if you want to have that hair going back a bit more, you need to make sure that these layers are long enough or the length of the hair is long enough that it goes and stays back. Is there a fine line? Yes. Does your hair need to be a certain length? Yes. And you can determine that by pulling your hair down right here towards the front and then letting it go and seeing where it springs up. Then just simply take your hands and brush it over, and what happens to the hair? If it keeps falling in your face like this, it's not long enough. See how it's trying to split right here? It simply can't because the hair is just way too heavy and the front area here is not long enough. So this has to keep growing and growing, and then the layers have to be shaped in a way that maybe this needs to be a little bit shorter up here while keeping the length throughout the bottom. So layers in the hair for this particular haircut all has to be determined by how long or what type of style you want. You know, when I first started doing this trend years and years and years ago, you know, we're talking maybe like 17, 18 years ago, 19 years ago, I was doing haircuts like this. This was like the hockey player haircut, right? I used to do a lot of hockey players' haircuts that would come in from, you know, school and stuff like that, and they'd all want this look, right, where it's really long. This way they could, almost like when Justin Bieber's sweep was popular, and all they would do is this, sweep the hair over with their head. This was literally the popular hair trend for a long time. Sweep the hair and get that flow. I did this more than probably the TikToker hairstyle right now. Everybody wanted to have this, and I was bombarded with clients because no one could seem to get this look right. But I was able to achieve this flow simply by knowing how to cut hair the right way, so that when people would shake their head and brush their hair over, then all of this hair would just fall right into place, and literally it was like you couldn't even draw it on the head better than the way I was cutting it. That's how precise, and that's why it's important to understand and find the right person who can do this. Let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Are you wearing a flow like this? Are you gonna, learn a lot from and have a better understanding of getting a better haircut now? Because that's what I want to do, is help you get better haircuts. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment below. I'll see you soon.